Ransomware is a type of malware that prevents or limits users from accessing their system. It tries to hold your system ransom. It either locks up the system screen or really encrypts the user's files unless a ransom is paid to the attacker. Not only are systems just being locked up, but more modern ransomware families like crypto ransomware encrypt file types on infected systems, and you need that decryption key to actually see your files again. Ransomware doesn't differ very much from other malware that exist within the community. For instance, you're still going to have the attacker trying to exploit the system. And once that exploitation occurs, they're going to try to deliver their malicious payload, deliver the ransomware. So what does Endgame do about that? Endgame uses a layered approach to prevent ransomware from occurring within your environment. For instance, we have exploitation prevention. We have a malware score looking for that malicious file. And then finally, if those technologies are evaded by the attacker, then we have a ransomware behavior technology. And if we start seeing evidence of ransomware occurring, files being encrypted or otherwise being locked up, we will then take action and stop ransomware in its tracks. Ransomware is evolving in a lot of different ways. The first being that ransomware is being provided more and more as a variant, or I'd say an additional payload to exploit kits. So exploit kits can be purchased by attackers, and with a few clicks of a button, they can conduct their own ransomware campaign. We're also seeing now that the tools are available, malware and attackers will offer services where basically you can pay for their malicious operations. In this case, you would pay somebody to conduct a ransomware attack. And then we're also seeing open source or educational ransomware, as we like to call it, where academia is trying to help the study and research of ransomware, so they're providing these variants, but yet the attackers are also using those tools to their advantage. And there's also offline ransomware. Ransomware variants that do not require an internet connection to be fully functional are fairly prevalent. These variants do not require any command and control infrastructure, thus lowering the attacker's footprint on the internet and within the victim's networks. Companies need to assume that they may be infected or compromised with a ransomware attack at some point in time. They need to take stock of their most critical assets and important documents that would be susceptible to a ransomware attack. They should maintain regular offline backups. And most importantly, you need to use and invest into a fully featured endpoint security product like Endgame.